For daily Dallas Cowboys videos, great start here. Hit that big red button and subscribe. We've got Cowboys videos every single day. News, rumors, recaps, previews, and so much more. We're about to break down the Cowboys' blowout win over Philadelphia. Before we get going, though, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that big red button right now. Welcome into the Dallas Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey, here with some post-game reaction, news, rumors, and of course, the recap as the Dallas Cowboys blow out the Philadelphia Eagles. Somebody earlier this week asked me, hey, Tom, can the Cowboys blow out an inferior opponent? Well, that is exactly what they did tonight, taking down the Philadelphia Eagles 41-21. And honestly, it felt like a bigger win than that. Only 20 in this one by the Dallas Cowboys. Jalen Hurts' garbage time numbers look better than what it was. There was no ground game to speak of for Philadelphia, period. Full start. Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard look fantastic on the ground. The Cowboys' offense was stopped by two things in this one: themselves and the officials. Dak Prescott's stat line, 21 of 26. 238. He did take 4 sacks. Not great. 3 touchdowns. In all seriousness, he was robbed of a 4th down conversion on the ground that should have very much been a touchdown by the Cowboys. In terms of the score, he was across the goal line. It wasn't called. Very disappointing. It was ridiculous, but the Cowboys win this one. Dak, the ground game, the defense, all of it looked incredible in Week 3 in prime time on Monday Night Football. So grade the Cowboys' performance against the Philadelphia Eagles. Get your votes in for me right now in the comments section. A, B, C, D, or F. No wrong answers here, but let's be honest. This should be an A or a B, if not an outright A+. You win by 20. You score 3x the amount of points that your team, the opposing team, Philadelphia, had first downs. Oh, baby. That's ballin', baby. Get your votes in A, B, C, D, or F right now in the comments section. Now, the Cowboys Twitter account tweeted out this photo, baby. You guys saw Nick Sirianni leading up to the week trying to hype up his team. Oh, it's a rivalry game, college football style, beat Dallas, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Cowboys Twitter account was ready to go. Beat by Dallas as the Cowboys blow out Philadelphia 41-21, take the lead in the NFC East. I want to spend some time now on this Dallas Cowboys offense because, goddamn, they look good. This entire offense, folks, I don't like overreacting. If this is an overreaction, so be it. Guys, this Cowboys offense is so damn good. Ezekiel Elliott in this one, in addition to 3 catches for 21 yards, 17 carries, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Feed Zeke, baby. He was marching over Philadelphia in this one. 17 carries, 95 yards, and 2 scores. He was all over the Eagles' defense. I shouldn't have eaten. That was a bad decision on my part. Not even a sponsor today. All right, hold on. Here we go. Tony Pollard. Oh, I had to do it. I'm sorry. 11 carries, 60 yards in this one. He was efficient in a more backup role. Zeke Elliott, 5.6 yards per carry. Tony Pollard, 5.5 yards per carry. And none of them had a bigger run than 13 yards. Folks, they were efficient. This was not a one big run boosted their numbers. So, let's return to one of the biggest, most popular questions here on the Cowboys Report. Pick an RB1 for me. EE for Ezekiel Elliott or TP for Tony Pollard? I still think the answer is Zeke Elliott. Let him be your lead back. Allow Tony Pollard, who still got 12 touches, a good number for him, mind you, in a relief role. Let him be your lightning to Zeke's thunder. I say EE, but get your votes in for me in the comments section. Now, one note here, even though we did kind of accidentally misspell Mike McCarthy, that's okay. No E in his name. Mike McCarthy did not manage the clock well in this game. I do want to go back to that first half ending. The Dallas Cowboys up big. The Philadelphia Eagles have the football, right? It's 20-7. The Cowboys have the football, or the Eagles have the football. It is now 2nd and 21. It's a 2nd and 31, excuse me. They run a screen to Jalen Reagor. They pick up 7 yards. There's 1:50 to go. Mike McCarthy doesn't call timeout. The Eagles run another screen. Miles Sanders, they pick up 19. There's like 30 seconds to go. Mike McCarthy doesn't call timeout. It's weird. This is back-to-back games in which Mike McCarthy has not managed the clock well. That is a red flag if you're the Cowboys. Because you know what? Kellen Moore, guys, the offense is special. The NFL loves young, innovative, creative offensive minds. Kellen Moore, in the very near future, is going to be a head coach. And if Moore's in charge of the offense, and Dan Quinn, which is the offense, by the way, is special, make no mistake, this offense is elite. It's not always perfect. No offense is. It's special. But if Kellen Moore is in charge of your offense, if Dan Quinn runs your defense, if John Fossil runs your special teams, if that's the case, and Mike McCarthy's in charge of clock management and being prepared, which the Cowboys were, make no mistake, they were ready in this Cowboys beatdown against Philadelphia. But if you're 1 for 2 as a head coach in terms of clock management and game planning and being prepared, why are you there as the head coach? So with this in mind, pick a head coach. Type M for Mike McCarthy or type in K for Kellen Moore. This is a problem I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to face at the end of this year. No matter who it is, there is going to be an NFL team out there that goes, wow, if we put Kellen Moore with our young head coach or our young quarterback, imagine what results we could get. Maybe the Bengals, maybe others around the NFL. Get your votes in. If you could only keep one, knowing that an OC's job is different than a head coach's, who would it be? Type M for Mike McCarthy or type in K for Kellen Moore. Some more time now on this offense. Dalton Schultz, unquestionably, is tight end 1 for this team. 6 catches, 80 yards, not 1, but 2 touchdowns for the Dallas Cowboys, out-snapping, out-producing Blake Jarwin. Schultz has emerged in his last year under contract for the Cowboys as a viable tight end 1. Credit to him. Schultz, with Wilson and Lamb and Cooper, he's been so impressive this year. I wanted to give some credit to Schultz, who has really broken out the last, really call it year or so since Blake Jarwin went down last year. Now, I'm going to toot my own horn here, but let's go Cowboys. They covered the 3.5-point spread. As a result, my parlay hits. I put down $5 on my 5 pick'em games this week. All 5 of them hit. Money or spreads only. I went 5-0. I win $130 from BetUS on a $5 bet. You can do the exact same by going to chatsports.com/bet using promo code Cowboys125. When you put down at least $100, that will get you a 125% deposit bonus. Head over there now, chatsports.com/bet, promo code Cowboys125. I want to spend some time now here on the Dallas Cowboys Report Talking about Trevon Diggs, the second-round pick last year out of Alabama. His game against Philly, so impressive. 2 tackles, 3 pass breakups, all of them great coverage plays. An interception, which went, by the way, for a pick 6. Some stats here I want to read off for you guys. Trevon Diggs is the first player with at least 6 interceptions in his first 15 career games since Marcus Peters. And Trevon Diggs, by the way, becomes the Cowboys' first player with an INT in each of the first 3 games. He's up to 3 this year now, by the way, since someone named Everson Walls in 1985. In his last 8 games, Trevon Diggs has 6 interceptions. That is nutty. That, folks, I believe, is Defensive Player of the Year type of production out of Trevon Diggs. So what do you guys think? Should Trevon Diggs be in, and as early as the year is, should he be in the Defensive Player of the Year race? Get your votes in. Type in Y for yes or N for no. For me, guys, I know it's early. You know, I often say, hey, let's be patient, let's not overreact, etc. It's clear. It's only 3 games. But based on these 3 games, unquestionably, undisputably, 100%, Trevon Diggs deserves, has earned, and should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. That could change in a week or 3 or 4 or whatever. But right now, as we sit, put Trevon Diggs in that conversation. There are not many, if any, cornerbacks playing better than Diggs right now in the NFL. Speaking of corners, I know a lot of you don't like Anthony Brown. I get that. It's fair. You know what? He was good tonight. Now, I do think part of it is that Jalen Hurts was not great. But Anthony Brown, 4 tackles, an interception, a pass breakup. That INT really set the tone for the Cowboys on defense. I will give them credit in this one. How about the play now from Osa Odighizuwa? He had been making pressures, getting some splash plays, but the results in the raw stat sheet, tackles, sacks, TFLs, hadn't been there yet. But it was against Philly. A sack, a tackle for 1.5 sacks, a tackle for loss, 4 tackles, 2 QB hits as well. Odighizuwa looks like a piece for this pass rush long term. Next up, Micah Parsons. He got a pretty much predominantly run at edge rusher. 4 tackles, a massive TFL, half a sack, a pass breakup. Parsons has been pressed to do all these different things. Off-ball linebacker, blitzing from middle linebacker, edge rusher, dropping into coverage. And he's answered them repeatedly. With J.C. Horn out for the year, or at least out for an extended period of time for Carolina, Parsons is firmly inside that Defensive Rookie of the Year conversation. There are really no wrong answers. Maybe Greg Zuerlein, who was the MVP for the Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia Eagles. Get your votes in for me in the comment section. Dallas, guys, I got very little to complain about. So get your votes in. Who was the MVP for Dallas in this one? One last note. I know that Jalen Hurts' raw numbers look okay. 25 of 39, 326, 2 TDs, 2 INTs. A lot of that was garbage time. Philadelphia had 14 points very much late in this one. There were a lot of missed throws by Jalen Hurts. It's only one game, but I'd feel okay about the Philadelphia Eagles in terms of them being a rival. Hurts did not look like a franchise quarterback in this one. But part of that should go on the game planning. The Eagles weren't down that entire time massive. They could have run the football. Miles Sanders, 2 carries? 27 yards? What are we doing out there? You got a young quarterback, an injured offensive line. He had 5 touches total. Miles Sanders, I believe, is a good football player. He had a 24-yard run, a 3-yard carry. That was it. No running game by Philadelphia. They threw it almost 3 times, that number. It was weird. So, look, I'm not going to complain, but the Dallas Cowboys picking up the win, that's all that matters, baby. Type in DC4L in the comment section. The Dallas Cowboys take the lead in the NFC East thanks to a 41-21 win over Philadelphia.